Hello and welcome back to the TGG Dark Ages campaign. We are doing level 7 this time. We've got start with the Ironmonger, pile in the trash. Okay. I see Hermit. Oh, no Market Square. Okay. Yeah, so there's Grave Robber to get those Ironmongers out of the trash. Be pretty silly if there wasn't something like that. What else have we got? We got Sentry for regular trashing as well as Hermits. We got Fortress, Grave Robber Fortress, and Procession Fortress. Okay. We are going to want to get a Sentry. It's a little tricky, right? Because Hermit is not really helping us do that. Armory actually looks pretty reasonable here as a way of gaining processions, minstrels, fortresses, but is also not really helping with that goal of getting to Sentry to trash copper. Yeah. I mean, opening Armory, almost certainly not correct. What do we want to open with? I actually wonder about, like, Hermit Vassal. If they collide, well, we're probably going to take a Madman anyway, and it doesn't really matter what we opened with. If they don't collide, Vassal does help us hit 5, potentially can play the Hermit, potentially just cycles a card. And, well, I mean, it would definitely at that point, but, and it like, plays nicer in the deck that we're likely to want to build than a Silver would. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. Oh, also we could end up seeing Necropolis and then playing them both. Not entirely clear whether, like, if Necropolis is the only card we had available to trash, so we would do that. I mean, I guess with the Necropolis, double Hermit is also like a stronger opening than it would be otherwise, but that really does not help us move towards Sentry. All right. So now we're actually fairly likely to see them both coming up here. We could go ahead and take an Armory. That's pretty bold when the hitting 5 thing is not looking very likely. It's possible. If we specifically, well, if we just see Vassal and 3 of our coppers, right? And if we're very fortunate, we see Vassal and 3 coppers, and we play Vassal and we flip Hermit. I think I just want the Armory enough that I'm gonna take it anyway. All right, well, we do. Do we want to leave the Vassal on top, or do we want to draw it here? We want to get a Madman. Getting a Madman would definitely be helpful. The alternative is that we end up buying a 4-cost, and we do also flip a copper off the deck. I think I like Madman better than a 4-cost. Oh. Alright, so we can Armory for something and play it, which should probably be Minstrel because it's going to discard all the copper down there. Although it will top deck Necropolis, but then we would draw the Necropolis with Overgrown Estate anyway. So that's fine. or it could just do that. In which case, we probably have to trash Necropolis because we don't want to draw or top deck 2 compers. Do we take another Vassal? I guess so. It does work pretty nicely with Minstrel. There's no plus buy here, so like at some point the coins aren't very valuable, but we can process the Vassals. How do we feel about drawing Armory right now? I think it's fine. Do we want to just go ahead and grab a Procession? Probably. Take another Vassal and just plan to process the Vassals up the line. Yeah. Seems reasonable. What are the odds that our Vassal hits here? Reasonable enough that I think we just go for it. Oh, that helps. Do we go Minstrel or do we go Fortress? Probably Minstrel and then gain a Fortress. Or it could be... Oh, we could also gain another Procession and process this Vassal too. Oh, wait, that's not... Yeah, because then we're gonna... Yeah. That's absolutely what we should do. Wait. Oh, we discarded... Oh, I didn't catch that. Okay, hold on. Nope, that doesn't work. Yeah, all right, let's get the Minstrel. All right. I do want a Fortress in the deck. I mean, we could obviously take another Procession as well. But I think Fortress... Wait, what? Oh, I'm clearly... Okay, hold on. I need to... At least I haven't committed to anything. I super just... The fact that I missed this just super threw me off. Okay, so... Yeah, this was going to be a terminal play. I think this is fine. I think we take a second Sentry. We could take the Grave Robber. I think we'd probably process into that. All right. Okay, we're clearly putting the Procession on top and then processing the Fortress. Although we could process the Vassal. What is this? We could process the Vassal and then try to process Fortress after that. Maybe that's... Either way, we want the Procession on top. Let me do this. Okay, we can get... Yeah. Okay, so we can process the Vassal. It'll play an Armory, which we can use to gain another Procession, which we can then use to process the Fortress. Okay, so... Process Vassal to play Armory to gain Procession, to play Procession, to play Fortress, gaining a Grave Robber, and then we trash that into another Procession. I don't know if we can get to that. I don't know what this last card is, but... Three coppers in the trash. We've discarded 2. I think we may have trashed all of that copper. Like, I don't know that they have trashed any copper yet. Our first sentry play... No, I think we trashed 1 copper with our first sentry play. Which would mean that this is a copper. We don't have anything in our discard that we want to trash, right? Oh, wait. Yes, we do. Whoop. I didn't even think about that. Damn, this board is crazy. All right. Oh, it was a sentry. Oh, never mind. Oh, I should have. Well, okay. Should have vassaled that. Okay, so now, yeah, we trash the copper. We grave robber. Trashing. Wait, grave robber. Trash an action card and gain. Okay, so it. What I want to do is trash the fortress to gain a procession that goes on top of my deck. But I don't get to do that. So I could just gain an Ironmonger. Also trash fortress into another grave robber. It seems like a reasonable thing to do anyway. I don't want to top deck a copper, but yeah, I think I'm not going to do that. I don't think it's worth trying to do that just to gain something with this grave robber. But what do we buy? We want more gains. Procession is gains, Armory is gains, Grave Robber is gains. Between them, a Fortress is kind of like gains. Probably Procession is the most flexible. So, we could process our sentry, but that doesn't accomplish too much. I think we just play it and use it to set up Vassal. Okay, so we process Vassal. To process Armory. So we play Armory, and then this is going to get complicated. Because whatever we gain with the Armory second is going to get played by the second Vassal. Should be like... What we want to do is process another fortress. Procession Fortress is like the only real draw on here. I don't know if we can like actually set that up, right? Because like the vassal's going to play one of the cards, and the other card's going to be on top. But maybe we gain. Yeah, I really don't know how to proceed. I'm thinking about just top deck a minstrel second, and then like at least I can inspect the rest of the deck. Maybe we go vassal and then minstrel. We play the minstrel, we draw the vassal, we look at the top of our deck, and then we know. But we still can't. Problem is we can't increase our hand size enough. This was just not a very good starting hand, as it turns out, I think. Yeah, not really sure. Go. Like, gaining another procession doesn't really help. We just go... Even if we go 2 minstrels, the vassal plays the first minstrel, which draws the second minstrel, which sets a bunch of stuff up. But then, like, again, we don't really have the ability to get the cards into our hand that we need to make our turn work. Yeah, I shouldn't have... I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have top decked the procession, but then I don't... Then I'm just, like, blindly playing vassal. That doesn't seem great either. Really don't know. I am going to go with the vassal minstrel play, because at the very least... Alright, I don't know if I want another grave robber. We don't really have the draw to support it. I think we're just going to take another sentry. Okay, so vassal into vassal into grave robber would at least give us the ability to buy province if we want to, which I was thinking, like, oh, we'll just grave robber for provinces, and now I'm, like, reconsidering the viability of that. Oh, right! Oh, we can increase our hand size because of... I forgot that we were processing a vassal. Ooh, we can gain a fortress. Okay, hold on. Ah! Alright, so that means... we vassal... Yeah, no, this is fine, actually. I think we leave this in exactly the same position that it was. But... trash the fortress. We top decked fortress. Oh, but we're actions. Okay, hold on. No, I need to undo this again. We need to see this fortress first. So we have actions. Okay, and then we do this. We still do this. Vagrant is like not really a card that we want in the deck, but we don't really want another Hermit either, and we don't want a Silver. I guess we're taking a Vagrant. All right, we do that. Vassal, Grave Robber. What we could do is just like settle for this turn, gain the armory from the trash, draw it, and top deck like Fortress or Procession. I think we should have another Procession down here because I don't think the AI has gained any. So getting... Although we should have another Fortress down here too. And some sentries. So maybe the total deck composition is more important than the seeding the specific hand. If we trash the Fortress... doesn't go on top, but we can gain stuff that isn't Vassal Armory or Ironmonger. We could also just gain an Ironmonger on top and draw it and play it. But getting the Armory back does seem nice. I think I'll do that. And then maybe I think it's probably Procession. And yeah, I think we should go ahead and grab Province. The AI just hasn't gotten enough control. All right. We had a copper there. We would like to trash it, but we've got other sentries. And hey, there's one right there. Do we want to process this Minstrel? We want to process the Minstrel. End up getting a lot of sentries that way, which is fine. Yeah. The nice thing about it is that putting this stuff into the trash gives us more options for the Grave Robber. All right. We definitely want to get a Fortress into hand. The second Minstrel play. The second Procession play, rather. Or, well, both, I guess. Don't need to see the Hermit. Maybe we just pile the sentries. I don't know. And now we could Grave Robber that Procession back, draw it, and then do Procession, Procession, Fortress, Fortress. Not a bad idea. That order doesn't matter. At some point, we'll have to gain Grave Robbers. Should that point be now? We should probably gain one more Grave Robber. It gives us more options. We do still have our armory down here, right? I guess we would need a vassal. We probably processed all of our vassals. Maybe we can just win the game this turn. Do we have enough stuff for that? I don't know. I don't know what's on top of my deck either. I guess I'm going to play this sentry. Oh, we do have a vassal. Okay. I don't know that that's actually important, but processing vassal means we can then play hermit to gain or to trash fortress and put it into our hand. That was what the thing I was thinking about, but question is, can we process enough fortresses and processions to empty Grave Robber and Sentry? It doesn't seem impossible. Grave Robber. Well, let's. Guess we play. Minstrel first. Oh, hello. Maybe we should just get this stuff out of the way. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Procession. The problem is we don't have like another procession. We need to see the armory. So maybe this isn't the right time to do that, actually. Maybe we do need to go sentry first. And then... I mean, we could process vassal to gain a procession, but I want to be able to process procession instead. So, do-do. Oh, there's another procession. Okay. Oh. We have to now play 2 fortresses in order to... And we don't have another one. Huh. Maybe it's fine, though. How many processions do we have in play? 2. So there's the third one is there and the fourth one is in the trash. Okay. So... Yeah, not being able to process procession is I'm pretty sure that last card is our armory. What all is this in our discard pile? It's a bunch of sentries and a grave robber and like that's it, basically. Like all the stuff that we processed into. Gains a sentry, gains a sentry, gains a sentry. That's 3. Oh, in the province, that's 4. Gains a sentry, that's 5. Gains a sentry, that's 6. And then somewhere in there is a grave robber that I missed, but that's 7. So it's like a province, a grave robber, and 5 sentries. Yeah. I don't want to have to play 2 fortresses, but I mean, maybe it's fine. I mean, I guess it's going to have to be fine. Certainly grave robber the other procession back. I guess what we can do is we can process the Hermit. If we like play Fortress and then we process Fortress Hermit, then the Hermit can turn into like another Fortress or something. Or another Procession. This is... Oh, this is too complicated. Friggin' Procession, man. Or do we process the Hermit first? I don't know. I really don't. I think the answer is we do. All right, we gain... No, wait. No, we don't, because what we want to do... Well, actually, we might want to also process Grave Robber. Oh, we can just double process Fortress too, right? I kind of forgot about that. But actually what we should do is process Armory to gain another procession and another procession or another Fortress. No, another, but we should do this. We should do this in the other order. We should do Fortress on top and then Procession on top of that. And then Sentry, discard that. We can process Fortress again. Oh, I didn't have Procession. I don't know why I thought I did. Well, it doesn't matter. We've got the win. This has been utterly ludicrous, but we do have it because we still have 2 coppers. I don't know how we would have gotten the money otherwise, but I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, what a ridiculous game, and we barely even interacted with this whole like stuff starts in the, well, I didn't interact with it at all, but the AI did. But all right, I guess we're gonna do this and gain an estate. Because, yeah, why not? Yeah, Sentries, look at that. All right, stop screwing around. That, yeah, that was something. Like, basically doing this with almost no draw, but burning down the piles of Procession Fortress. That was crazy. It was, yeah. I was only, I don't know. You could definitely argue that I was not able to actually stay on top of what the heck was happening there. It's just too complicated. Man, I mean, you know that you're gonna want to do that stuff, but like what that means at the detail level, that's the part where it's just like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Is this the first Procession board that we've had in this campaign? It's surely no more than the second. Huh. Yeah. I guess the AI doesn't like Procession. I'm not really sure. I'm trying to remember if I've seen it play with Procession before. I don't really remember. I think I have. In fact, I feel like I've seen it hit Procession in situations where it felt like too early. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I can remember it like, I think I can remember it opening Procession and just being like, yeah, I'll just collide Procession in this other card and that's fine. Where I was like, that's ridiculous. But it's just weird that it didn't touch Procession here. That's Very surprising. What was its deck composition? Well, it had barely trashed any coppers, so that's one thing. It had a bunch of grave robbers, but it didn't have like any fortresses or processions. Weird choice. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time for level 8. Until then.